So for this for this wrapping, we need sports tape and pre-wrap. We also need adhesive spray and then 2 friction pads. So I'm going to pretend for those last 2 because I don't have that. So first step would be to spray the leg wherever you would put the pre-wrap, and this is so that no irritation occurs or the tape won't adhere to the skin directly. So that's why you would spray it and then put the pre-wrap on top. So after the spraying, we would put 2 friction pads. One would go right here on the anterior tendon, and one would go right here where the posterior, on the posterior side where the Achilles tendon is. So right there, so you would have 2 pads. So after those are stuck on there, you would then get your sports wrap, and you would put that sports wrap where those friction pads are, and then everywhere else we would use the tape. So right now we're just going to go around and just add the sports wrap wherever we would add that tape. So I'm going to do it all the way to the, well, not all the way to the top, but all the way to where the gastrocnemius muscle is. So we're going to aim at around there. So that's what I'm going to do here, probably just a little bit more, and there we go. Okay, so now that our pre-wrap is on, now we are going to add our sports tape. So first we're going to add our anchoring strips. We're going to do 2 at the top and then 2 on the foot. So as I mentioned before, we want to do medial to lateral tape jobs for this particular injury, for that inversion ankle sprain. So first, I would add the tape just a little bit above that first pre-wrap. So I would go around and then I would add the next one just a little bit below the first one. And then now that I have those 2, I'm going to start taping the bottom of the foot. The thing about the bottom of the foot is that our patient would have to have his foot dorsiflex at a 90-degree angle throughout this procedure. So now that we're going to do the bottom, I'm going to add that tape just like this, medial to the lateral side. And if I can rip it. So there's the first one. And then we would do the second one. Just halfway up where that other one was, go around. And for this one, now we have our 2. So we have our 2 anchoring strips here, And from this, actually let me show you. So I have my 2 here and my 2 right at the foot. So as you can see. And then from here, okay, so dorsiflexed. So from this angle, or for our next one actually, we are going to add our stirrups. So our stirrups will go where this malleolus bone is. You see this prominent bone here and this prominent bone on the lateral side. So we want to follow that angle, meaning that angle going around just on top of there to the other side. I'm going to do this 2 times just to ensure, well, actually I'm going to do it 3 times. 3 stirrups and 3 horseshoes, as you will see right now. So first, let's add the stirrup, and we got to make sure that our angles are correct when we do tape jobs, because if not, your tape will wrinkle, and wrinkles cause blisters to your patient, so you got to really be careful with that. Okay, so now let's rip the first one. And we got this one on, and I will show it after. So we got our first one on, as you can see. From here we're going to do a horseshoe. Horseshoe we want to do right above, right here. So still following that malleolus angle. So here's that first one, and we want to do it right here. So again, medial to lateral. We're going to do the first horseshoe right there. Go right below that heel to the lateral side. And then let's anchor that down. And then, okay, now that that is anchored, I want to make sure no other tape was moved. Okay, there we go. We are going to do another stirrup. This is our third stirrup. So let's do this one. This is our second stirrup. So we're going to go halfway up where that other one was. Just like that. Go below that heel. And then just bring it upward. And anchor it down. This one, let me actually pull it tighter around, and there we go. And then from here, we're going to add our third anchoring strip. So our third anchoring strip is going to go just a little bit above that other one we did. Go down the heel again, and we are just going to bring that upwards. So here we have our third stirrup, and then make sure that's tight on there, as well as this one. Again, ensuring no wrinkles. Okay, for this one, our last, actually we have 3, 2. So maybe I'll add just, so I did 1, actually, I did the wrong one. Actually, I'm going to take that other one off. Here I have that stirrup. I accidentally put it here as like a horseshoe. So let me add that third stirrup. So just above, just a little, actually let me do another tape, because that one was a little too short. Good, I caught that. Okay, so here's our third stirrup. Following down that heel to that lateral side. Alrighty. Let me fix that angle as well. I do not want any of those wrinkles, so pull that tight. And here we go. And I will show this side right now as well. Let me just add that last horseshoe, and I will show what I have done thus far. So here goes our last horseshoe. And then just anchor this one down. Here we go. So we're going to anchor this one down. I'm just trying to fix that part. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to try to fix this part, which I try to smooth down a little bit more. Here we go. And then this part right here, we are going to fill now with the horseshoes. So we're going to go all the way up until we can clear that part. So let me do that. Let me actually do that. Okay. Okay, so let's add our horseshoes. Okay, 1. Probably just need around, probably just 3. Or actually just one of those. I'm actually going to add I'm actually only going to do one of those horseshoes, and then from here, just going to do horizontal tape. So horizontal there. So first, here I'm going to probably do 2. First. There's our 2 right there. And let me add just one more to clean that up. And here's our 3rd one. This is our 3rd horizontal strip. Here we go. And then from this point, I'm going to do, try to bring this just a little bit closer. I am going to do what is called a heel lock. The first heel lock I'm going to do is, it's called a lateral heel lock. It starts from the medial side to the lateral side. So for the first one, I'm going to bring this one just right where that top arch is, right here, around that anterior tendon. I'm actually going to bring it down below the heel. I'm going to take it around. Actually, let me do that at an angle, more of an angle. So here, right above that, and then going to take this down that heel. I'm going to go towards the back where that Achilles tendon is, and then from there, trying not to get any wrinkles, going to pull it up towards the leg, and there's our that is our lateral heel lock. For our medial heel lock, it's going to go from the lateral side to the medial side. But from this one, since the other one we saw was at this, where the anterior tendon was, our medial heel lock is going to start at the leg and then end where we did that lateral heel lock, and it's going to end here. So for this one, I'm going to start at the leg, just like there. Actually, yeah, right there, up there. We're going to go in back of there. Actually, let me go more at an angle. Okay, right there. We're going to go in back of that Achilles tendon, just like that. We're going to go under that heel at an angle, and we're going to bring it up and end it right there where our lateral heel lock started. So just like that. In the video, that showed that was it at this point, but I still have these little spots here, so I'm just going to clean that up and just add some horizontal tape just there. So actually, I'm gonna add a horseshoe on this side just to clean that up. Following that angle, like I said before, if you don't follow the angle of the foot, you will get wrinkle tape, and that causes blisters. So here, I'm going to just add one at the top. This one is a horizontal tape. I'm going to add just one here, and here we go. I'm going to show you my finished product. Okay, so I'm going to show you the lateral side of the foot. Here it is. Go straight. I have a little bit of wrinkles there, but here we go. Here is where that anterior tendon was. Just here where we would have that friction pad so that tendon wouldn't get irritated. And then we have the bottom of the foot. Then we have our medial side. Here we go. Try to smooth those out as well. And thank you for watching. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Again, that was The first one was the pre-wrap. From there we would add the 2 anchoring strips, the friction pads and the anchoring strips. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. I did do the 3 stirrups from medial to lateral, as well as the 3 horseshoes. And then from that point, I added some horizontal tape at the top just to lock those in. I did add those heel locks. I did the medial one and the lateral one. And then horizontal tape again just to clean up anything I needed. And yeah, thank you.